Why every production mining job asks for a manual license or above. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video I just want to have a quick chat about driver's licenses because there's been some differing information going around. A few people have been saying that they've got in with an automatic license. And if you have a look through all these job ads, none of them will say that you can get in with an automatic. It's all C class and above. The reason that the underground ones are asking for C class is all the light vehicles underground have to be manual, so they're locked out to 3 gears and reverse and in low range 4-wheel drive. So it's the regs says that they've got to be a manual vehicle, and a lot of that is to do with runaways and all that sort of stuff. So that's why they asked for a C-class license. On the surface, most of the surface jobs need a HR license, and the reason for that is that most of the mines have got a gazetted road running through them or around them that the mine vehicle might have to go on, and once you're over 15 tonnes in a vehicle you need a HR licence regardless once you're on a gazetted road, and a gazetted road is a road that the police can charge you on. So that's the reason why that is like that. Now, how come there are people running around on Facebook pages that say that they've gotten a job on an automatic licence? Well, the reason for that is technically you don't even need a licence, because on a lot of the sites, not the surface ones, the underground ones where you're just on private property and you don't go near the gazetted roads, all you need is the resident manager permission to drive the vehicle on site. But that's where the rub comes in. If you know somebody in the industry and you've only got an automatic licence and the resident manager's happy for it to go ahead, then they'll sign all the paperwork, so you won't actually drive a ute, you'll just drive the truck, which is all point and shoot, but you won't actually get to drive a ute or anything like that most of the time. Some people are allowed to, that's more paperwork, but the problem is that if anything goes wrong, then the resident manager wears it because they've made an exemption for it. And the other issue happens that if you manage to switch sites, or the resident manager switches sites, and I've been on a couple of mine sites where this has happened, and I've been on one site where the resident manager was pretty good about it all, and I've been on one site where the new resident manager wasn't very good about it all, and it was obvious that they wanted rid of all those people that were there with the old resident manager, and they didn't give them the choice. But the first guy came in and said, right, everybody that's got an automatic license, I'm giving you 2 to 3 months to get it upgraded. And so you had that time period to get it upgraded. If you didn't get it upgraded, and they help you get it upgraded, so that they didn't just leave you out in the cold, they help you. But if you didn't go and do it, then there wasn't the job for you under the new guy. Whereas the other person that came in, they just wanted to clean house, and it was just a straight, you don't have a manual license, that means you can't do your job anymore, sorry, see you later. And yeah, so that's the risk that you run. You find that most people that do jump onto the Facebook pages and the social media telling you they got a job with an automatic license are either from a mining town or they are related to somebody really high up the food chain. And that's what normally happens, and they get in like that. But if you're just general Joe Blow coming in from, off the street, like a lot of you are watching this video, then you'll need your manual car license, because that's one of the things that they cull on. The foremans and the project managers, if they see an automatic license, most of them will throw the resume straight in the bin, unless it's been handed to them from above, and then they will pay attention to it, as we've already talked about. But the best way to get yourself a job is to do the sponsors training, the DIY Intro to Underground Mining. Only takes 50 hours to go through. Just make sure you go through it 3 or 4 times. There's full instructions on how to redo your resume in the back of the training here at the Australian Mining Seminar. Interview prep questions and all that sort of stuff's in there. If you want some more help, have a look at the Work Ready package. They redo your resume for you. You get one of the shift bosses like myself to help you. It becomes our job to make sure that you've understood the mining information. We do interview prep and come up with a plan of where and how you're going to try and get in. And there's jobs all over the country. This is the map with all the jobs loaded up on it for gold and all the metals that are going into the batteries that are around the country. And like I say in most of the videos, if you really want a job, then head to a mining hub. And the hubs around the country are in Perth, Kalgoorlie, Brisbane, Townsville, Cairns, Mount Isa, around this central hub of New South Wales, of Dubbo, Parkes, Orange, Cobar. There's a lot of mines around that area, and there's a number of mines opening up in Tasmania as well, which if you have a look on some of the job hunt videos that we've done, that you'll see all those jobs coming up there. So there's heaps around the country. It's just a matter of getting yourself ready for it, and one of those things to get ready for it is making sure that you've got a manual license. And when you see someone tell you, no, I got in with an automatic license, just, let them know they're special. And that's not the case for everybody, and just because they did it doesn't mean that that's the norm. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you like the video, please share it around, and if you could like the channel and subscribe, that would be wonderful too. Thanks.